Join me as I dive into the eerie world of abandoned asylums and challenge myself to uncover 3 chilling true stories that will give you goosebumps. Abandoned asylums have always fascinated me, and I'm sure many of you can relate. There's something about the crumbling walls, the overgrown gardens, and the echoes of screams that just sends shivers down your spine. Today, I want to take you on a journey to explore 3 of the most terrifying true stories that'll make you question what really happened behind those walls. One of the most unsettling aspects of abandoned asylums is the mystery surrounding their downfall. Why were these institutions, designed to care for the sick and the vulnerable, left to decay? What dark secrets were hidden beneath the surface, and what drove people away from these places? In many cases, it was the inhumane treatment of patients, the experimental treatments, and the sheer brutality that led to their abandonment. The lack of oversight, the corruption, and the desperation of those in charge all contributed to the downfall of these once hopeful institutions. As we dig deeper, we find that many of these asylums were built on a foundation of fear, ignorance, and misunderstanding. Patients were often forgotten, neglected, or mistreated by the very people who were supposed to care for them. The conditions were inhumane, and the treatments were often barbaric. It's no wonder that these places were eventually abandoned, left to rot as a testament to the darkest aspects of human nature. The more we learn about these abandoned asylums, the more we realize that they're not just empty shells of buildings. They're a reflection of our society's failures. They're a reminder of the dangers of unchecked power, of the importance of compassion, and of the need for accountability. As we explore these 3 true stories, keep in mind that they're not just eerie tales, but a window into our collective psyche. Let's start with our first story, which takes us to the Danvers State Hospital in Massachusetts. This hospital was notorious for its experimental treatments, including lobotomies and electroshock therapy. Patients were subjected to these treatments without their consent, and many never left the hospital alive. The hospital's dark past eventually caught up with it, and it was abandoned in the 1990s. Our second story takes us to the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum in West Virginia. This hospital was designed to house 250 patients, but by the 1940s it was overcrowded, with over 2,400 patients crammed into its walls. The conditions were brutal, and patients were often left to fend for themselves. As the years went by, the hospital became a hotbed of violence, and eventually it was closed in 1994. Our third and final story takes us to the Hellingly Hospital in East Sussex, England. This hospital was built in the early 1900s and was known for its experimental treatments, including insulin coma therapy. Patients were subjected to these treatments, which often left them in a vegetative state. The hospital's dark past eventually caught up with it, and it was abandoned in the 1990s. As we delve deeper into these stories, we begin to realize just how sinister they are. From the screams of patients to the eerie whispers in the corridors, these abandoned asylums are a testament to the horrors that took place within their walls. The tales of patients being mistreated, of doctors experimenting on the vulnerable, and of the sheer brutality that went on behind closed doors are enough to send chills down your spine. What's even more chilling is the impact these events had on the patients, the doctors, and the communities surrounding these asylums. The trauma, the pain, and the suffering are still felt today, and it's a stark reminder of the consequences of our actions. These abandoned asylums serve as a warning, a reminder of the dangers of unchecked power and the importance of compassion. In conclusion, these 3 true stories of abandoned asylums are a testament to the darker aspects of human nature. They're a reminder of the importance of accountability, of compassion, and of the need to learn from our mistakes. As we close this chapter, I want to ask you, what do you think about these stories? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you're eager for more eerie tales, be sure to check out our next video on the most haunted places on Earth.